How? What's your secret? Her smile turns sly.
Do you really want to know?
Yes!
It's actually really simple. I skip the buns and condiments.
What? That's it?
Yeah, I just kept raw dogging all of them.
No! God,
No,
please,
no, 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 no,
no!
no, 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 no. Mina!
What?
How do you even know that term? She blinks.
What? Raw dogging?
Pussy chokes.
Don't keep saying it!
Her brows furrow in confusion.
Why? What's wrong with that phrase?
There's no way I'm explaining this to her. Just Google it later.
She should definitely not Google that on the internet.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ethereal Enigma. You're watching Javelin Studios and I'm Javelin. And today we're just gonna do Mina's free time event from episode 2. And I think this is the first free time event, which is actually the same as my main playthrough. And in a moment I'm just gonna do a no-brainer and just copy and paste Mina's first free time event from my main playthrough into this episode right here. So I'm just gonna skip, I think I'm just gonna skip this, and I'll catch you guys in her second free time event. So without further ado, the first free time event starts now. I think since Mina's the first option, I'll just choose Mina, I guess. I see Mina gathering her stuff together. Hey Mina. She looks up.
Oh, hey!
You ready to head home?
Yeah, I've had enough school for one day.
I'm not in agreement. It'll be good to finally get out of here. After we get out of our things, we head outside into the quad. Right away, we can see a small line has formed in the middle of the grass leading up to one of the trees. I blink. What's this about? Mina stands on her tiptoes and looks around.
Oh, it looks like someone is reading tarot cards.
Tarot cards?
Yeah, see the sign?
I have to look over the crowd to see it, but there's a sign that says free readings propped up in the grass. Why is someone randomly doing free readings?
Who cares? It's totally cool. We should get our fortunes read.
Well, alright then. I've never had my future told before. I've always wondered what it will be like. I match a grin. You're right, that sounds fun.
Doesn't it? Come on, let's get in line before it gets more crowded.
We join the line and wait. Mina shifts from foot to foot. So, why are you interested in this stuff anyway? My expression. Sorry for my expression today, I'm not sure. She shrugs.
I don't know. I guess I'm just curious about what she'd say about my future. It'll be a fun experience at least.
The line goes by fast. Soon the tarot card reader says goodbye to the person in front of us. Then she turns to greet us.
Hello!
She gestures to the grass in front of her.
Please, sit down.
I follow Mina and plop down in the grass across from the girl.
Jupiter is aligned in the sky, bringing good luck. Which is why for today only, I'm offering free tarot readings.
This is even crazier than I expected.
Please, address the cards. What would you like to know?
Mina pauses.
I'm not sure. I didn't think this far.
Seriously? She turns to me and crosses her arms.
Well, what do you think then?
Love life. Of course. We're in a visual novel. Romantic visual novel. I pick romance to see how many girls I get. She scoffs.
Oh, I can tell you that one already.
You can?
Yep, none.
What? Why are you telling your own fortune? Mina crosses her arms.
Oh, we'll see about that.
She turns to the girl.
Can you tell us which one of us is more likely to get into a relationship first?
The cards will tell all.
She plays out 3 cards and dramatically turns the first one over. A bright smile flashes across her face.
Oh!
Mina sits up.
What is it?
Oh my.
She looks at Mina straight in the eyes.
Your propensity for love is actually really high.
The two of us blink, shocked. What? Really?
Yes.
I knew it! Who is it?
The girl flips over a second card.
Oh, he's right in front of your face. Someone you've never considered before.
Right in front of my face?
Mina turns and looks at me, and instantly cringes.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, we're cousins. The girl's brows furrow.
Are you sure? The cards are never wrong.
I think I know who my cousin is.
There's still one more card.
The girl turns over the last card. She shrugs.
Well, be that as it may, you two don't share a bloodline.
Mina blinks.
Excuse me?
Yeah, excuse me?
That's what the cards tell me. You two are not related by blood.
We glance at each other and then scoff.
We grew up together. I think we'd know by now if one of us was adopted.
Yeah, this does seem pretty unbelievable. Are you sure that's what the cards say? The girl crosses her arms.
Is Mars in opposition to Neptune?
The
answer is yes! My cards are never wrong. Look, I'll show you.
She shuffles the cards once more.
Let's see.
She pulls out a random card from her deck, then blinks in surprise.
Huh, this is weird.
What do you mean?
She shows us the card. It looks like some kind of magical person.
This is the Magician card.
Magician card?
Yes, it means there is something supernatural going on in your life.
My pulse picks up a little. That's not far from the truth! Mina chuckles, unimpressed.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything magical going on in my life.
There is. In ours. The girl shakes her head.
Card says otherwise. This one says this magic appeared unexpectedly, almost as if it fell out of the sky.
She looks at Mina straight in the eye.
But someone is keeping it a secret from you.
Oh no. The other two are more like you're trying to protect the secret. Well, this one, well, I wonder. We'll just choose the odd one out, I guess. This is eerie accurate. Fell off of the sky? Must be an Erilynn reference. If she's getting a reading about Erilynn, maybe she can give us some clue on how to help her. Can you tell us more about this magic? Where did it come from? The girl shuffles her deck again, but the next person in line snaps at us.
Hey, you've been in there forever! Hurry it up already!
Yeah, come on, you only get 3 cards and you already got more than that. The tarot card reader shrugs apologetically.
Oh, they're right. I'm sorry, but I really have to be moving on now.
Mina looks over her shoulder and at the crowd, and her face flushes.
Oh, right. Come on, cuz. Let's get going.
But the stuff...
Are you guys done or what?
Yeah, okay, she's right. We spent enough time here already. Thank you for your time anyway. The girl nods.
Remember, with Jupiter high in the sky, it's the best time to be bold.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Mina follows me away from the crowd. She looks skeptical.
That was weird.
Yeah, the whole thing was too weird. Why would she say we weren't related by blood? Mina laughs.
Right? Like, come on. Maybe she was running out of ideas.
Well, with what Pixel Fate's Ace Academy, we all know what cliche stuff would happen. I can think of a potential possibility, but it's too cliche. I don't think that would happen. I think. Well, we all know, even if it's not us, it's someone else. a certain bro that we know. We all know who it is. If you don't know, yeah, we'll have to wait for their next installment so we know who that guy is. Alright? Probably. That's just too ridiculous to be true.
And all of that magic stuff she was talking about? That's definitely made up.
I chuckle, trying to keep my cool. Yeah, definitely. She sighs.
I guess that was kind of a waste. We should head home now, huh?
Yeah, I had enough of school for the day. We gathered up our stuff and then head down the sidewalk, leaving the quad and the crowd behind. Well, that whole thing was a new experience. I wonder what more the girl would have said about Erilynn had we not been interrupted. Was all that other stuff she said even real to begin with? Everything else seems kind of weird, but she had been on the nose about magic. I try not to think about it. I try not to think much about it. It looks like Mina already pulled all of that behind her. Right? Oh, put all of that behind her. When we get home, I throw off our book bags and head straight into our rooms. Alright, well, here at her second free time event, I guess. The first one is the fortune telling part. Now I'm just gonna choose it. Mina's always good company for lunch. I look around and see her heading out the door. What's this before this? Oh, who should I had lunch with? Okay. Hey, Mina. She stops and smiles.
Hey, cuz.
Want to eat lunch together?
Sure.
I catch up to her and the two of us make our way to the cafeteria. We shift through the crowd and sit down at an empty table. Then we unpack our lunches and dig in. You have swim trials soon, right? Mina nods.
Yeah, in a couple of days.
Nice. I'm glad they're coming up soon. She arches an eyebrow.
Why? Are you going to the girls' swim tryouts?
Deny. I was talking about cheering you on, not something weird.
Oh.
She laughs.
It would still be kind of odd for you to go to an all-girls swim tryout. You can support me at my competitions.
That's fair. Our conversation lulls into a comfortable silence. Mina picks at her bento while I munch on some delicious bread Uncle Haviji may bake. That reminds me. We have work tonight, don't we?
Oh, yep.
She grins.
And I think Mom and Dad are working on another catering order, which means there's a good chance we get to eat the extra cupcakes.
Extra cupcakes do sound delicious. I'm looking forward to work now.
Me too.
Continue chatting and finish our lunch just in time for the bell to ring. The lunch period is over and it's time to head back to class. We pick our things and walk down the hall, ready to take on the rest of our day. Once I'm in the classroom, I slide into my desk. Lunch flew by too quickly, and I think my classmates all feel the same. For some reason, they are extra chatty today. I think this part is where Misato gives us the quiz, and now, before she does, let's jump over to the next one. Alright, we managed to somehow avoid Misato's pop quiz. Well, we actually skipped that part. Wonder what Mina wants to do after school today. I catch her packing her things at her desk. Hey Mina. She smiles.
Oh, hey.
Do you have any plans after school?
Not really. Maybe we can find something to do after we finish up some homework.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Sure. We sling on our bags and then the two of us are out of the door. The walk home is pretty nice. The breeze whips through our hair as we stroll down the sidewalk. The sun is still out and warms our skin. Suddenly, Mina stops. What is it? She rips something off of a signpost and hands me a flyer. It's an advertisement for another bakery. A competitor? I guess I'm gonna choose this since let's be on the same page as her, I guess. I think she will be on the same page. Or we will be on the same page as her. Whatever. What is this? A rival bakery?
Yeah, and look,
She points to the address at the bottom of the flyer.
they're not that far away. We've never had a competitor this close before.
A newfound determination rushes through me. The gall of some business owners. Who do they think they are, setting up another bakery around these here parts? We have to defeat them at once. Mina nods, sharing my determination.
Exactly.
But what can we do? She taps her chin in thought.
Maybe we can scope the place out.
Scope it out?
Yeah, to see what we're up against.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Her face screws up in thought.
It's weird though, isn't it? I don't understand where this bakery came from.
Yeah, you'd think we would have seen more advertisements from this place before now. Mina crosses her arms and huffs.
Yeah, and I don't appreciate how these guys decided to just open up a bakery so close by when there's a perfectly good one here already. Such an unexpected obstacle.
I know. It's definitely going to make things harder for us. She pauses, her brows wrinkle in thought.
How are you gonna investigate though? Oh,
She grins like a light bulb just went off in her head.
I have an idea. Come on, we have to get home.
Grabbing my hand, she starts running. Whoa! We run the rest of the way home. When we arrive, Mina kicks off her shoes and dashes upstairs. I slowly follow her, wondering what has her in such a rush. Her door is closed, so I wake my room. A moment later, Mina bursts in, wearing a weird outfit. Her eyes are hidden behind some thick frame glasses with a fake mustache attached to it. She throws on a hat for a final touch. Mina gestures to herself with a flourish.
Ta-da! It's amazing, right?
She hands me another set of glasses and a hat. Well, it would be interesting if they actually put it on. She actually put it on.
Here, put yours on.
To be honest, no. But she's our cousin. Whatever, next. A disguise! Why didn't I think of that? Mina's face lifts into a smirk.
Because I have all the genius ideas.
I put it all on and glance at Mina. What do you think? She stares at me, impressed.
Wow, incredible. Who even are you?
She looks around.
Where did my cousin go?
She shakes her head with a small shrug.
No idea.
I flash her a grin. Perfect! No one would know our true identity now. We got this in the bag.
Right? Let's get going.
She readjusts her glasses as we trek down the stairs. We spot Anemico relaxing and reading a book. As we walk past her, Anemico glances up at us.
Oh, Mina, are you going out?
Mina's mouth pops open, shocked.
What? How did you recognize me with my disguise?
Oh, sorry, sweetie. Was I not supposed to?
Damn! Well, this clearly isn't going to work. Mina and I exchange looks. With a sigh, I take off my glasses and hat. Well, it was worth a shot. Mina nods and takes off her disguise too.
Yeah.
Aunt Emiko looks confused but smiles anyway.
Where are you kids going?
Oh, we're just running out real quick.
Well, don't be out too late, okay?
Okay, see you later.
We quickly put on our shoes and shut the front door behind us. Mina pulls out the flyer to find the address. The walk is pretty quiet. There aren't too many people out and about at this time. Finally, we come to a stop.
I think this is the place.
I glance up at the bakery. It has long windows and with an open sign flashing at the front. Mina presses her face up against the glass. I follow suit by cupping my hands over my eyes and squinting inside.
They have a lot of colorful cakes in there.
I nod. Lots of cakes, but nothing too crazy. There's a display case with some pastries and a menu behind the counter, but it's too hard to read it from here. It seems pretty normal.
Exactly. That's suspicious. Maybe we should get a closer look.
I nod and follow her inside. The bell dings over our heads as we walk in.
Oh, welcome.
We look up to see a grinning man behind the counter.
How can I help you?
Mina smiles.
Oh, we're just looking.
Okay, well, please let me know if you need anything.
When he looks away, Mina crosses her arms and grumbles under her breath.
Seriously? How overbearing can you get?
My eyes narrow as the clerk busies himself by scrubbing the counter. This guy can't fool me. That friendly and helpful smile is only an act. You're right. We better keep our guard up. Mina nods, looking determined.
Right.
She moves on and the two of us start to browse. I have to admit, this place looks pretty nice. There aren't too many people in here though. Maybe we really don't have anything to worry about. Just then, an older couple walks in, followed by a mother with her child. Or do we? The cakes in the display case catch my eye. Our bakery focuses mostly on bread, pies and pastries, while this place seems to focus more heavily on cakes. Mina whistles innocently as we stroll along the cases. I follow suit, keeping my whistle light and casual. We come to a stop to examine the frosting designs more closely. Suddenly, Mina takes out her phone for a picture. She's trying to be inconspicuous, but the angle is pretty obvious. I lower my voice. Mina, what are you doing?
I'm gathering data.
Data?
Yes, we have to study the competition and come up with a new angle.
She's holding her phone up without trying to hide it. She's going to get caught. Mina, he's going to see you! She waves me off.
Please, I'm an expert. Come here.
What? Why?
Just do it. I have an idea.
I go over to her side. She stands on her tiptoes and angles the phone in front of us. I get it now. She's pretending to take a selfie, but she's actually taking a picture of the cakes. Still, this looks very obvious with the angle of her phone. She snaps the picture and a white flash flickers, catching the clerk's attention.
Oh, do you like our designs? We have a hashtag if you'd like to post pictures online.
He gestures to a small sign at the front with the hashtag written on it.
Please feel free to use it.
Mina's cheeks flush.
Sure, no problem.
She quickly pockets her phone. When the clerk turns away, Mina sighs.
A hashtag? Really?
I scoff. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. She grumbles out a soft agreement.
Yeah.
But don't worry, social media is only half of it. If the food's not great, then no one will come.
Right.
We take another glance at the display case. The cheesecake looks especially good. It's decorated with fresh strawberries and colorful flowers for garnish. Wow, that's pretty fancy.
Sure, but what does it taste like?
The clerk perks up.
Oh, did you say you want to taste the cheesecake?
Mina flushes.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Please, I insist.
He cuts us each a small sample.
Let me know what you think.
Mina and I exchange looks. Well, I guess we may as well try it and see if it's anything to worry about. Mina mirrors my thought and takes a big bite. Her eyes widen.
Oh my gosh,
She blushes.
it's delicious.
Really? I tried too. Instantly, my mouth fills with a soft, sweet, and creamy taste. It's the perfect balance of all. How is this possible?
I don't know.
She takes another bite.
It's like eating a cloud.
A smooth, creamy, delicious cloud. The owner looks up and heads over. He must have overheard our compliments because he beams at us.
I'm so glad you enjoy it. It's a secret family recipe.
Mina blinks.
Secret?
Yes, there's an ingredient that's been used in my family for generations. I'm glad it seems to be a hit.
Mina looks intrigued.
Oh, really? That's cool. What's the ingredient?
Ho ho!
The owner laughs and wags a finger.
Nice try, but it wouldn't be a secret if I told you, would it?
His laughter trails off as he shakes his head.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Thanks so much for the compliments.
He strolls away and makes his rounds, mingling with the customers. As soon as he's out of earshot, Mina scoffs.
Can you believe that guy? Who does he think he is? Bragging about his pastries and being so secretive about his cheesecake? Talk about shifty.
We're not in agreement, right? Why bring up your secret family recipe if you're not going to talk about it?
Exactly.
It was like he was dangling it right in front of our faces.
Right? He's so smug. We better step up our game.
Regardless, the cheesecake is really good. We can't stop eating it. I go to dip my fork into it one last time, only to hit against the plate. Oh, it's all gone. Mina blinks down.
Oh, you're right.
A wave of disappointment hits me when I remember how good it was. Mina glances longingly at the display case. Maybe we should get another one?
Yeah, for research purposes.
Exactly. Research.
Definitely. No other reason.
The owner returns in good spirits.
Did you guys decide on anything?
Yeah, we like to get the cheesecake, please.
Oh, you liked it that much? I'm so flattered. This one's on the house. We'd love to see you again.
Mina emphatically shakes her head.
No, that's okay. We can pay for it.
But I insist.
She frowns and crosses her arms.
No, we're going to pay.
The owner stares at her, amused.
Well, all right, if you insist.
He carefully packs the cheesecake and rings us up. After we pay, he waves us off.
Thank you so much. Have a great night, you two.
Thanks. We exit the bakery with our research. I'm confused. Why did you insist on paying for it? Mina huffs.
Because I'm not going to be bribed by some random baker.
What? Mina, that doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
You just gave him more business by buying his cheesecake. That's fueling his agenda. Horror and realization flash across her face.
Oh no, you're right.
She groans.
What have I done?
She pouts and stares down at the cheesecake.
What do we do now? Should I throw it out?
Whoa, let's not be too hasty. That's a perfectly good cheesecake.
True.
And we did pay for it,
Also true.
so let's not let it go to waste. Mina nods.
You're right. We really should eat it.
Yes, we really should. Mina and I share the cake on the walk home. After a while, she shuts the lid on the box to save the rest for another day. By the time we get back to the house, the two of us are beat. I guess bakery sleuthing really takes a lot out of you. Mina puts the cake away and I go straight to my room. After finishing up my homework, it's soon time for my shift at the bakery. I change and head downstairs but don't see Mina. She must already be there. The walk to the bakery is quick and easy, I arrive a few minutes early for my shift. As I expected, Mina is already there. She grins when she sees me.
Right on time. I was worried you'd be late without me there to remind you.
Well, nope, I wouldn't miss working a shift with my favorite cousin. Mina rolls her eyes but grins.
You're so corny sometimes.
That's what makes me fun. She giggles.
If you say so.
People start trickling in and Mina and I split off to help them. After assisting a few customers, a familiar face comes through the door. Kira?
Hello.
Oh, hi Kira.
Mina looks just as surprised to see her as I am. I didn't expect you to see you here. Kira looks around in surprise.
Oh, this is your family's bakery? I read online that it has good treats.
Oh, cool. Welcome.
Yeah, let me know if you'd like any recommendations.
Kira takes a moment to browse around the shop. She lingers the cake section.
Is there anything you like?
Kira points to one of the cupcakes in the display.
That one looks good.
Oh, yeah, it is. Good choice.
I'll get it for you. Silence falls between the girls as I go behind the counter to retrieve the cupcake. I don't think Mina and Kira have had a chance to get to know each other yet. Mina finally breaks the silence.
So, have you picked a club you want to join?
Yes, I decided on the art club.
Oh, nice. I was never good at art, so that's really impressive.
I'm still learning.
I'm sure you'll learn a lot more in the art club.
Kira nods.
Which club did you choose?
Mina breaks out into a white grin.
Swim club! I've been swimming ever since I was little, so it was an easy choice.
Kira looks impressed.
Oh, you already knew which club you wanted to join before the fair?
Oh, yeah. I still looked around, though. It's cool to see what else is out there.
Finding your passion so early must be great.
Mina smiles, both flattered and embarrassed.
That's so nice of you to say. But I've always been good at sports, so it was a natural fit. Do you play any sports?
Kira shakes her head.
I never really got into it.
I wonder if it's because she was always at boarding school. I wonder if it's because she was always at boarding school. Did she actually mention that before? If we actually never chose her route? I think I forgot about that part. Oh, I think it was when we visit the shrine, which is, well, scripted.
That's okay. If you ever want to play something, let me know. I can teach you.
Thanks.
Just as their conversation wraps up, I return with the cupcake. Here you go, Kira.
Thank you.
We go to the register and finish up the transaction. Hopefully you like it.
Yeah, if you do, then please come back. It was nice talking to you.
That grants a smile from Kira.
It was nice talking to you too.
Afterwards, she says goodbye and leaves the bakery. Does someone have a girl crush? What? I don't even know if that's even possible. For a fact, in every one of Pixel Fate's games, the only other male character ends up with the girl from within the group, one of the girls. Well, in this case, you guys already, at this point, I think you guys should know who Kosei would end up with. It should be obvious. But, however, can we actually do this? I don't think so, but let's try it. I bump Mina affectionately. Someone was chatting it up with Kira over there.
What? I was just being friendly.
That's why you were so impressed by her art.
I was! You know how bad my art is. Mom wouldn't even hang my drawings on the fridge.
Do you wish Kira could draw you?
That would actually be pretty cool.
My green turns mischievous. Like one of her French girls. Mina punches me in the arm. Ow!
You're twisted, you know that?
Yeah, I messed up. The rest of the evening goes by quickly. A few regulars come in and get their usual orders. I don't run into any other classmates though. Well, that wraps up for this free time event, and that was an alternate scene or alternate change. Should you never chose Kira's route? Probably because before I even chose Mina's free time event, the first one, you were forced to choose between Erilynn and Kira. I actually chose Kira. I don't know. Despite having me choosing Kira, this scene still happens. Well, mainly because I never hung out with Kira that much. So without further ado, let's move on to the next free time event. In this scene, I guess the default is I chose the more neutral route, I guess. Can I even say this is neutral? You both suck, but I don't even think this is even remotely a plus point to Mina. Well, let's choose it anyway. Wow, Mina. And you dare call yourself my cousin? She hides her face in her hands.
I'm sorry.
Family is supposed to stick together. Blood is thicker than water and all of that stuff.
Yeah, Mina, betraying your own flesh and blood? So shameful.
At least now I know who my real family is. I look over to Kosei, who has a tear in his eye. He opens his arms wide.
Bring it in, man.
I do, and we clasp each other in brotherly solidarity. This word, I forgot how to pronounce again.
What about the thousands of free meals I've saved you over the last 15 years? I suppose Kosei can take care of those now.
I freeze. She's right. Mina always makes sure to save me extra treats from the bakery or saves me a plate of dinner if I'm not there. How could I have forgotten? I let go of Kosei and lean towards Mina with a meek smile. She grins smugly while Kosei looks at me with faint hurt.
The betrayal!
Top 10 anime betrayals! Sorry, dude. I glance over to Erilynn, who's checking her nails disinterestedly, and this part over will be story mode wise the same. So let's move on to the next free time event, I guess. Well, before movie night, I think this is the last one. And let's see. Of course, since this episode will be doing all Mina, let's spend some time with my bestest cousin. I find Mina chilling downstairs in the living room. Hey, what's up?
Just watching TV.
Mind if I join you? She shakes her head, so I plop down next to her on the couch. Just as I'm starting to get into the show, Mina's phone rings. She looks at her screen.
Oh, it's Kosei.
I wonder what he wants. She picks up.
Hello?
I can't hear what he's saying, but whatever it is seems to be losing Mina's interest. Her gaze goes flat.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Another pause. Her boredom quickly melts into annoyance. She tenses as she sits up straight.
Oh, we'll see about that.
I blink. See about what? Mina shoves the phone in my hands.
Here, you talk to him. I need to set up.
Then she marches off. Confused, I press the phone to my ear. Hello?
Hey, man.
He sounds amused. What did you say to Mina? She's all fired up now.
Oh, I told her about a hot dog eating contest. I want to train for it, but I need some people to compete against. She said it was stupid, but I said that's because she knew she'd lose to trick her into doing it. And it totally worked!
Well, if we're going full Mina, I guess we're gonna choose the last one? Well, it doesn't really matter anyway. I don't think she's romanceable, or is she? Unless despite she's being the so-called cousin, maybe Pixel Fate will make a plot twist, I guess, to make her not our cousin, to make us not blood related. Well, as you guys have actually saw the, what's that called, the fortune telling scene, not related by blood. I don't know. Anyway, let's just choose the last one. A hot dog eating contest. Seriously?
Hey, don't sound so judgmental. There's a huge prize and everything.
What kind of prize?
Hot dogs for a year.
Is that a prize or punishment?
Hot dogs are good.
He pauses.
So, you won't join?
Oh no, I'm joining.
Really?
There's no way I missed out on watching you make a fool of yourself. Why don't you come over? Mina's already setting up.
Sweet. I'll bring the dogs.
Okay, see you soon. Yeah, I like hot dogs too. Not in a weird way, I guess. I hang up Mina's phone and meet her in the kitchen. She's pulling out ketchup and mustard, grumbling to herself.
He thinks he can beat me? I'd like to see him try.
I'm not sure how I'm going to handle these two competitive people in the same room, but we'll see how this goes. A little while later, the doorbell rings. That must be Kosei. I cross over to the front door and fling it open. Just as expected, Kosei smiles at me, holding a bunch of bags.
Hey!
Hey man! I move over to let him in. He takes his shoes off and pads into the kitchen where Mina is waiting.
What took you so long?
That's a weird animation.
I rushed over as soon as we hung up.
She crosses her arms with a smirk.
Let's just hope you eat faster than you walk.
She's really getting into this. Kosei laughs in response.
Just wait and see.
He sets the bags down and flashes us a cocky grin.
You guys ready to roll?
Yeah, I think so. Where did you hear about this competition anyway?
It's a community-hosted event. I saw it on a flyer and signed up to enter.
You already signed up?
You bet! A winner like me has nothing to fear.
Mina snorts. We help unwrap the hot dogs and plot them into the pot. It doesn't take long for them to cook, but there's a lot of them. By the time they're done, we have a whole feast laid out before us. We separate them into piles of 3. So, what are the rules?
The person who eats the most hot dogs in 10 minutes is the winner.
That's it.
That's it?
And before I actually continue, I am curious. Where is Erilynn in this whole scenario? I know you're buying her a dress at this point, but I don't know. If she's in her room, that would be totally, I don't know, weird, I guess. Not weird lah, I'm not sure. If she's out buying herself new clothes, well, that makes sense. But oh well. Kosei pulls out his phone and sets the timer.
The key is to train yourself to handle a lot of food. So this is the perfect practice.
Mina nods.
Right.
All right, on your mark, get set,
He starts the timer.
go!
Mina and Kosei dive in. Quick, what's my strategy? Why am I doing this again? We all know that cheating doesn't end well. Scarfing down a bunch of hot dogs is not how I thought my afternoon would go, but now that I'm here, I've got to follow through. I pick up the first hot dog and we press a sigh. The things I do to support my friends. All too soon, the hot dog settled in my stomach like a rock. I can do it. Just a few more. I stuff in another hot dog, and another, and another. Ugh. Nausea flushes through me. I groan and lean against the counter for support. Mr. Nakahara, I don't feel so good. Oh! That reference! Yeah, if you guys don't know, well, go watch the Avengers. Oh, or in this case, go watch the Fuck Avengers. Which one was it again? You guys can figure this out. Kosei moans.
Me neither.
He manages to force down one more, disgust flickering over his face.
Oh no, the regret! It's settling in.
We keep going, mid-bite, the alarm goes off, signaling our time is up. Oh, thank goodness, saved by the bell. And I'm actually burnt. Excuse me, sorry about that. Kosei holds his stomach, slipping to the floor in defeat.
I can't eat another bite.
I collapse next to him. Me neither. How did I do? Who won? I don't even know. All I know is pain and suffering.
Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic.
Mina stands over us with her arms crossed.
Mina? What? How are you still standing?
She looks over to the table. Our leftover hot dogs are a reminder of our shame, but as I look to Mina's palm, my eyes widen. Not a single hot dog is left.
Wow, you weren't even close to finishing and you're already on the floor? You guys weren't even a threat.
What? You ate all of yours?
Yep,
Mina's smile quickly turns smug.
yes, that makes me the winner, huh?
Am I proud of? She'll get fat? Nah. Ah, whatever. Next shoot. What did I even choose? Hopefully I chose the first one. It totally does. You're the best out. You're the best out of us. You're the best out of all of us. Good job, Mina beams.
Thanks, cuz.
Please teach me your ways.
I don't think you can handle it.
Mina grins, obviously pleased with herself. Kose still looks baffled.
I don't get it. Don't you feel even a little sick?
Nope.
The more I think about it, the more impressed I am. She's so tiny. Where does she put it all? How? What's your secret? The smile turns sly.
Do you really want to know?
Yes!
It's actually really simple. I skipped the buns and condiments.
What? That's it?
Yeah, I just kept raw dogging all of them.
Oh god. Mina, don't be such a perv! She blinks baffled.
Pervert? What are you talking about?
Kose's face flushes bright red.
Come on, Mina. You know what he's talking about.
She looks even more confused.
No?
There's no way I'm explaining this to her. Just Google it later.
She should definitely not Google that on the internet.
You know what? Yeah, scratch what I just said. I pause considering what search results would come up. Actually, yeah, don't Google that.
You two are acting really weird.
Just don't say that anymore, okay?
Okay.
He doesn't sound convinced. Kose looks back to the table full of hot dogs.
I guess I still have a lot of work to do if I want to win this thing, right?
Well, skip the buns. Well, condiments are okay if you're just eating it raw. If you're eating this just the hot dog, I don't think it's. I think it'll be kind of bland, but some people like it. Just the way it is. Oh god, I don't even know how to phrase this. Well, I prefer condiments on it, especially cheese sauce. Well, I never had mustard before because I don't see any on the racks in the supermarket. Well, except the bigger ones. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna next time I'm going to a big mall. I'm just gonna purchase mustard and try how it see how it tastes like. 20 years and I never tasted mustard before. Yeah. Mina taps her chin in thought.
You know, maybe I'll sign up for the contest too.
No, my hot dogs.
He falls back to the floor with a groan. I lie back with him, suddenly feeling the weight in my stomach again. You know, free hot dogs for a year. I think it can, well, you know you can actually sell these at the bakery. Well, in this world, I guess. It actually reduces the cost so that they can earn more, I guess. We hear the front door. A moment later, my aunt and uncle step into the kitchen.
Hi, kids!
Aunt Emiko freezes, dropping her purse.
Oh my goodness!
Uncle Hajime stops next to her. His mouth pops open.
What happened here?
Mina breathes proudly.
I just demolished these two at their own game.
That doesn't lessen any of the concern.
Sweetie, you did what?
Are you kids okay? Shall we call a doctor?
The doctor? Huh? Mina blinks, looking just as surprised. I glance around the scene. Kosei and I are still on the floor, covered in bright red ketchup. Mina stands over us with a heat smile and bits of meat stuck on her. Pools of ketchup drip of the counters snaking between the ripped buns and broken hot dogs. It probably looks like something out of a nightmare. Don't worry, we're fine. It's just ketchup. See? Both Uncle Hajime and Aunt Emiko relax, but they don't look any less confused.
I'm so out of touch with what the kids like these days.
Is this another one of those internet fads? Were you doing some kind of challenge?
Kosei and I slowly stand up and brush ourselves off.
No, we were just practicing for a hot dog eating contest.
Uncle Hajime lifts his eyebrows, staring at the mess of hot dogs.
I see. Maybe it's better if we don't ask further.
Aunt Emiko sighs.
Just make sure you clean this place up, alright?
Yeah, of course, Aunt Emiko. She smiles before giving the kitchen another nervous glance.
Sooner rather than later, please.
Kosei grins.
No problem. Just leave it to us.
Thank you, dear.
Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime exit the room while we roll up our sleeves and get to work. It takes us a while to clean up the kitchen. We're so full that we can barely move. Every time I pick up a piece of hot dog, my stomach curls in disgust. Ugh. I'm really glad this is only a one-time thing for me. By the time we're done, we're feeling crummy and exhausted. We kick back and rest on the couch for a while. As time goes by, we start to feel a little better. Kosei eventually yawns and stretches his arms high over his head.
Well, I think it's time I get going. I still have some stuff to do.
Sure. We stand up and walk him to the door.
Thanks for helping me out, guys. I'll see you later.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. He shuts the door behind him. Afterwards, Mina and I go upstairs to our respective rooms. I still feel too bloated to move. The most I can do is keep up with memes on the internet. In the middle of browsing Reddit, I hear a scream from Mina's room. Really? That's how you scream? Lily Pichu? Really? You could do a little more realistic, but yeah. Doing realistic screams can hurt your throat. I know. I flinch, my heart leaping in my throat. What is going on? Is she hurt? Mina? No response. I jump out of my chair and bolt for her room, swinging the door wide open. Mina, what's wrong? She sits upright on her bed with her laptop open. Her face is deathly pale, clutching a pillow to her chest like a lifeline. Are you okay?
No!
Why? What's wrong? A blush burns her face.
I googled raw dogging.
I knew. My face burst into flames. Mina!
What?
Why would you look it up?
Because you two were acting so weird.
I groan and hold my head in my hands. You've done it now!
I know. So many regrets.
Mina flops backward onto her bed and cocoons herself up in a blanket burrito.
It's okay. I'm safe now.
I give her a pat on the back. I hope you learned something from this.
Yeah, I can never trust you guys again.
And it's our fault! I meant more like you shouldn't use phrases you don't understand. She covers her head with her blankets.
I just need to forget any of this happened.
That's probably for the best. I leave Mina to her own devices and return to my room. I spend my time relaxing and playing video games, and eventually I grow bored of that. There's still a little while before movie night, so I decide to head downstairs for a bit. And this is it for Mina's free time event. So before I end this, let's there's one more thing I like to show, which is the epilogue, which I'm curious if it changes. If it doesn't, so I'll just end the episode here, I guess. So let's go. Yeah, you know what? Before the epilogue, for Mina's and Kosei's route, we'll do the regular presentation with a slideshow, I guess. Why don't we just go up there and present the info with a slideshow? Well, it's not very fancy, but I think it'll get us a good grade. Kosei sits up in his seat.
Now you're talking. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, you're thinking what I'm thinking, right?
A smirk lifts his face.
Of course.
They share a knowing grin and speak at the same time.
It'll effectively share information.
It'll be minimal effort.
Kosei scoffs while Mina shoots him an unimpressed look.
Really?
Seriously?
Looks like they didn't have the same idea after all. Mina shakes her head and goes back to the task at hand. Okay, now that that's over with, let's go to the epilogue. Alright, we're here at the epilogue. Let's see if there's any changes. The past month has flown by. We've been preoccupied with balancing work, school, and the investigation. The bakery has been busier than ever. Business is booming, and my aunt and uncle race to keep up. Erilynn even offered to help out and is now a regular employee at the bakery. She's somehow able to attract more customers, and my aunt and uncle are thrilled. Mina made the swim team and Kosei made the soccer team. They are both a force to be reckoned with. Mina broke the record for fastest backstroke within the team, and Kosei became the main reserve goalie. That's incredible for a first year. On top of that, it sounds like things have been going well with Kosei's job. He's been in a great mood all month. Kira's officially part of the art club now. We've spent more time together lately. She doesn't share her artwork very often, but when she does, I'm always excited to see more. Huh. I guess it leans towards which one you're closer with, I guess. Her drawings and paintings keep getting better and better. She even seeks my opinion on certain concepts and styles. She's clearly learning a lot from the club. Oh, okay, so if I think whoever you hang out with, like say if you're hanging out with Mina or Kosei, you of course would have to choose either Kira or I guess Kira or Erilynn, I guess. Then it choose which one you is closer. I don't know. I guess this thing depends on who you're closer to, despite how less you hang out with. But I guess the game forces you to actually hang out with one of them. Well, the first one, I guess, which forces you to choose either Erilynn or Kira. Erilynn spent a lot of time working on student council projects after school. I wasn't sure how seriously she was going to take her duties after the election, but she's done an impressive job so far. As a result, I haven't seen her all that much over the past few weeks. It's a good thing she's found something to keep her busy. Well then, so that's it for Mina's free time event and certain scenes that come with it. So I guess I'll just end the episode right here. So thank you guys for watching Javelin Studios. My name is Javelin, and I'll see you guys in the next content of Ethereal Enigma. Signing out. Have a great day, everyone.